Welcome, my wise astrology tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am back with a new video and I'm going to try to be a little bit faster because I need to pick up my children and I worked all day long. But today I'm going to analyze the Jupiter in detriment in Gemini, but it is actually trining with Venus in Libra in rulership. And this is a very, very positive aspect in the sign in the sky, which is going to actually affect us for 7 to 10 days, all right? But most likely it's 7 days over here. So what should we know about this? Let's talk about a little bit Jupiter in Gemini and the archetype of Jupiter in astrology and what does it represent. We always talk about that, so you might going to have enough me to talking about this, but a lot of people actually are learning astrology and I want to help them. Every single time when you repeat some things, it's going to engrave in your memory and it's good to listen it over and over again. So Jupiter represents expansion, growth, wisdom, higher learning, and abundance. Jupiter actually is ruling Pisces at nighttime, and in daytime it rules Sagittarius, right? And mythologically, Jupiter is Zeus in the Greek mythology, and he is the king of God and rules the sky, rules justice and law itself. And Jupiter also very, very generous and has a philosophical perspective, tendency actually to overindulge as well, especially Jupiter in the sixth and first house could create some kind of gaining weight and becoming fat during this time when it's transiting or sixth and first house. But what is the Gemini archetype? Gemini is an air sign, it's an air energy, and it is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect, and quick thinking, critical thinking. But Gemini also associated with curiosity, stand-up comedy, sarcasm, also duality, adaptability as well. And also actually the desire for truth and information. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the messenger, the trickster. Actually, Mercury could be the petty thief in our life as well. And Jupiter in Gemini, it's in detriment, right? Because Jupiter rules Sagittarius in daytime. So Gemini is opposing Sagittarius. So it's not in a good situation over here. All right. So, it could be like broad vision, deep philosophical thinking, but it is somehow fragmented. It is somehow could lose interest here or scattered in focus or could become very superficial, right? Gemini like to learn and study, so as Jupiter, but somehow over here could be scattered. I have too much thing to do and I'm not capable to actually listen. And Jupiter could wear Mercury shoes, right? And Mercury is very, very fast. And Jupiter is a social planet. It takes 12 years to go around the zodiacal cycle, but Mercury actually is really quick. Usually it stays only 3 weeks in a sign. So it's really not far away from the sun ever. Not more than 23 degrees away from the sun. So, it is always bringing up thoughts and thinking, but because Jupiter wearing this kind of Mercurian fast shoes, it is like, you know what, right now I'm in hurry and I can make mistake. Perhaps I'm going to maybe fail my test because I see the bigger picture, but I don't pay attention for details. And mythological perspective, in mythology, as we talked about, Jupiter is Zeus, and it's very versatile because it's brings in Mercury energy right now. So it's and Mercury is really the the trickery and the little petty thief over here. So it's could use actually the Mercurian energy and it could disguise himself, or, it could be a con man, or promise more than can achieve. But who actually reminds me of those kind of white collar um, um, criminals, or gamblers, like, or people who tricking you, but they are wealthy, and they pulling you into some kind of new business, but they still owe your money. And Jupiter is a storyteller also, and especially in the ninth house, anything to do with publication. So maybe during this time we will see like there is false information coming out, because it could be. And let's talk about Venus in Libra. Venus, anything to do with love, beauty, harmony, pleasure, relationship, peace. Uh, she is Aphrodite in Greek mythology, and she is the goddess of love and desire and attraction, and also aesthetic as well. And really, Aphrodite, Venus is seeking for harmony and balance in relationship. What is the Libra archetype? It's also air sign, just like actually Gemini. So this is trining together, and it's going to bring in some kind of granted opportunity with us, for us, with Jupiterian and Venusian energy. So anything to do with, and Libra rules the seventh house, which is balance, justice, and partnership and equality. It's seeking for equality. The Libra is the peacemaker. Libra is the diplomat. Libra seeking for fairness and mutual understanding, mutual values, wants to have the relationship on mutual and build the relationship on mutual values as well. It is cooperating with others and see the beauty and harmony in other creatures. It is grace, charm, and using its grace and charm because it's in rulership, to influence other people, to create business opportunity and create peace, right? And achieve her goals. So seducing others to achieve goals. And what is the trine aspect? The trine is kissing from heaven. It's harmony. It's anything to do with a granted opportunity. It is a Jupiterian in flavor. It's an easy flow. It's an easy interaction between these two planets. It's effortless. It has a lot of strength, and it's really uplifting and enchanting for us. And it's the harmony of the air sign. Air, actually, it's very easy flowing as well, and it could be something indicating a mutual affinity for intellectual stimulation, social interaction, anything to do with communication and mental connection, or perhaps maybe we are actually going to learn something new, or socialize on different way, or we're going to go to paint together, dance together, with other people, with your tribe, with your partner during this time. And as I said, it's only going to be a week over here. So how can it unfold for us during this week? Well, with Jupiter in Gemini, there is an expansive desire to learn, teach, and exchange ideas. It brings an adventurous spirit to intellectual pursuit, because actually the ninth house is adventure as well. It's foreign matters, it's export import, it's anything to do with storytelling, writing, speaking, public speaking, diplomacy, also publishing as well. So and Venus in Libra going to bring in qualities and charm and grace and diplomacy into this. And then it's a balanced approach between them. It's harmonious, it's well integrated, and it's very intellectual and very curious as well, and has some kind of diplomatic touch as well. So if you're going to start counseling or meditating or teaching or mediating as well, because actually Libra also mediation as well between partners. You might thought you want to divorce, but right now you're going on mediation and you find out you still love your partner. You know, uh, it is a desire for meaningful connection. It is a desire for peace between shared adventures and shared relationship and shared values. You want to have peace between that. And then also, it could be like the way you communicate, the way you express yourself, it's going to have an artistic side. So, for example, not everybody likes to write or communicate. Somebody likes to take pictures, right? Or likes to paint. This is a kind of communication. This is a kind of self-expression, of course, to create art and express yourself through lyrics and dance and like any kind of expression. Photography, for example, could be as well, because Jupiter rules Pisces at nighttime. So Pisces definitely filmography, photography, script writing. So we will see a lot of maybe, new narratives, maybe new kind of documentaries coming up during this time. But definitely we're going to feel really loving, compassionate, and very humorous as well. We will actually seek for maybe, I would be actually curious to check the statistic of Netflix, if the stand-up comedies watching would go up, or something to do with, for example, anything to do with pharmaceuticals, or anything to do with artsy, like Bob Ross. Maybe a lot of people going to watch Sunday Bob Ross painting. That's what I do lately, because it gives me peace and zen, and I don't want to look at the news anymore because it could be depressing. So, but also anything to do with publishing, media and platforms, publishing, educational reform, it could be something to do with cross-cultural understanding, like I respect your religion, I respect your language. It could be like people going to start to study languages during this time. So also anything to do with online platforms like Duolingo, probably people going to invest in that or start Duolingo. My son, oh my God, drives me crazy. Like he knows like 4 languages perfectly, and he's studying Korean right now, and Hebrew, and Portuguese, and talking to me on those languages, and I have no clue what is he doing and what is he saying. So but it could go up actually. Those Duolingo usage or something like that. We can also, actually have like diverse cultural experience. We're gonna go to friends and have a potluck dinner, and everybody is going to bring the traditional food. Actually, we have a group where we call each other's the UN nation. Everybody is from different country, and like we always share our recipes and our cultural background. So it could be something like that, but also it could be something to do with history as well. But most likely it's related to art history and anything to do with philosophical interest and belief systems as well. And I do think there is a rise in asylum as well, because Jupiter rules the ninth house, anything to do with immigration, and actually the way we are going to be compassionate toward immigrants as well. All right, so diplomatic agreements, peace. So peace negotiation could come up, and I really hope so, because I really have enough from that war situation around the world. And I always tell, so don't you dare to actually say I'm an anti-Semite or something like that, because I can't stand that when people trolling me. If I have compassion toward to everyone, I don't believe anyone's supposed to actually be killed or kidnapped, or genocide supposed to go on. This is insane. And I hope right now this alignment in the sky, it's going to actually move forward, and hopefully Netanyahu going to do something about the ceasefire, or Putin going to do something, and we're going to become more compassionate. But definitely there is going to be a lot of art exhibition and international art fairs, and it could be a lot of art buying from foreign countries, like people start to get actually interested in art, and not domestic, but globally. And it could bring in harmony and appreciation of the art, actually, which I really like. I really like music and art. But there could be, like diversity also, and harmony between us, finally. You can see in public a lot of people going to change the way they're talking, beautifully polished and intellectual, and not raw energy. It is just like flowing and easygoing. And also with education could be something amazing coming up during this week. You know. Education wise, we're going to invest more in arts or theater, or also debates in the classes as well, and also philosophical or spiritual themes in education. And what else? Yeah, free speech and constructive dialogues, for sure. Intellectual discussions and forums and online debates, and that's going to be polished and not that kind of raw Martian energy, or rude or trolling. Actually, I would think during this time we're going to have less trolls on YouTube, and I hope so. All right. What else could happen over here? Fashion as well, because Venus is fashion, especially in Libra, and they are going to seek for symmetry and functional as well, and versatile kind of clothing. So, those kind of fashion shows. Oh, I was actually trolled on social media, like I should not talk about art. And actually, I do have a degree because I took a major in art history. And I should talk about art, but I don't really like those kind of absolutely unconventional and unusable, toilet paper around, or some kind of cooking paper and crazy kind of designs on fashion shows. Because why do you have that if you cannot wear it? And this week we can see a lot of really versatile and very, very functional, beautiful dresses coming out, maybe a whole entire new clothes line. Literature, like maybe somebody is writing and going to get a prize this week about some kind of novel, which is again going to become classical. I really crave for classical novels right now, just like, anything to do with Tolstoy's. I read a lot because I'm a drama teacher, drama therapist, and I had to read 50 books in each semester. And, like I'm craving for something new right now. It could bring in growth in tourism, and it could be like anything to do with Venetian, so exotic, or going to pick apple or fruits and stamping wine. Those kind of tourism actually could get picked right now. And it could be like new platforms coming up, but anything to do with speeches and writing and virtual debates rooms, for example, as well. And yeah, so, that's what I think I wanted to share. It could be some kind of new media platform or new publishing platform coming up. Like, for example, it's very easy to publish on Amazon, but new platforms could come up also like those, and it would be easy to self-publish your book. All right, so let's go right now to Aries rising, and I'm going to talk about each rising sign just a little bit here, and I'm going to timestamp that for you guys when I'm gonna have time, maybe tomorrow, but I'm going to put that right away on YouTube, but I'm going to timestamp, I promise. All right, if you're watching that, any sign for your sun sign, that's about your career, your vitality, your energy, your health, your your father figure. If you're watching that for your moon sign, that's your home situation, living situation, real estate, mother figure, the way you are nurturing others and you've been nurtured, and also it is your subconscious and your emotions. If you're watching that for your rising sign, it's everything is about you. So Aries rising, sun and moon, Jupiter is in Gemini, actually in your third house, trine Venus in Libra in the seventh house. So how can it work out for you? A surge in collaborative writing or teaching project could lead to new opportunities for you, Aries rising. You might find success in publishing a book or starting a podcast, or, like actually it could bring in an opportunity to move abroad or married with a second partner. But definitely it could be something also with immigration matters as well. You can get some kind of good news about immigration. All right, you can also experience growth in networking and social engagement as well, and also with siblings and neighbors, and it's going to positively affect your business partnership or romantic partnership as well. You can actually have a new love interest or potential business collaborator. There could be a successful negotiation or mediation, actually, a new contract, a new agreement for you coming in as well, new clientele. You can open a local business or have some kind of connection with local businesses. Also, if you may start a community focused business right now, something to do, or it doesn't have to be a business. It could be an initiative, anything to do with a club or a group, advocacy group, something like that. And there is and this project could highlight your skills in communication. Also, it could be some kind of legal matters or public relation campaign could actually turn for your favor. You can excel in that, or you can win a court case if somebody's suing you. But definitely, it's going to bring in amazing opportunity and public appearance going to be loving and well received. Taurus rising sun and moon is going to happen in your second and your sixth house. You guys might see an increase in income through freelance writing, marketing, PR, communication-based work. Or actually also it could be selling or anything to do through internet or anything to do through maybe selling through, what is that, phone. So you could land a contract to write for a wellness blog or become a content creator focused on health and wellness. There may be opportunities for financial growth through workplace relationship or partnership. For instance, you could receive a promotion due to your excellent communication skills, or you are supporting a colleague who appreciate, the harmonious working style, and they are going to help you with this kind of advancement at work. Also, health and wellness take on a financial aspect as well, such as earning money through teaching yoga, offering wellness consultations, or you can publish a fitness book, or you can actually start to become buy a gym membership, or you can become a trainer as well. Anything to do also with health related stocks or businesses, if you invest in it, could bring in an increase in your finances. You could find yourself balancing your daily routine with your new financial opportunities, with your work as well. You can take up on a part-time job if you would like to, anything to do with freelance, as I said, teaching, writing, photography, beauty content, selling, herbs, selling creams, or you creating your own creams and selling it. Anything to do with improved relationship with co-workers, or actually a landlord or roommate, or also maybe you can actually buy and invest in rental property as well and adopt a small animal. Gemini rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your first and fifth house. For you, Gemini, this transit brings personal growth and expansion. You may experience a creative renaissance, possibly leading to a successful art show, a play, or creative project that gains public attention and admiration as well. So also you could have some kind of romantic opportunity coming in. You can meet someone who encourages actually you to explore your creative talent or start a new hobby, or that is just going to be a support from a romantic lover for you. This aspect might encourage you guys to launch a new creative business, a startup, anything to do with entertainment, art, fashion, media, where you can actually use your charisma and creativity, but going to attract success and support for you. But you can get an agent, a manager, signing up to a league, a sport league, or perhaps you can also do like find a record label studio, something like that. Public speaking could be also go very well during this time. You can actually lead workshops, anything to do with seminars, anything to do with artistic fairs, selling your art fair in community fairs, and you are having a tent and you're selling your art. You can win an award because fifth house also winning, but it has to be some kind of recognition through art and work. Cancer rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 12th house, Jupiter, trine Venus in your 4th house. So you might experience growth in your spiritual pursuit, anything to do with you can actually get rid of self-sabotaging behavior. You can actually start to journal or dream journal or meditate or go for retreats. It also gives you an opportunity to heal past family issues, to go to therapy, spiritual practices, but it could be with communication, family therapy, through art, what could actually discuss and resolve long-standing issues. Anything to do to renovate your home, for example, make it aesthetic, beautiful, spiritual, and peaceful, something to do with harmonious environment. Maybe you redecorating, maybe you hire a designer, you invest in your property, maybe you do a curb appear or do gardening right now. You also going to feel like you want to help others, your family members, to create peace for you. And if you are working in a hospice or retreat center or spiritual community, this could be actually bring you fulfillment and love, a lot of love for you during this time. And you are going to, and you can invest in real estate, or you can create a spiritual workshop at home. All right, Leo rising sun and moon, Jupiter is in Gemini 11th house, trine Venus in Libra in your 3rd house. You could experience growth through networking, events, social clubs, or group activities that emphasize communication and collaboration. You may join a local writer group or, some kind of community forums, debates forums, anything to do with events where our friends and partners, and, it could lead to some kind of really sweet conversation and debates, and you're going to get your brain stimulated. You can also have an opportunity to teach or lead a community workshop, or you can focus right now on social justice and anything to do with your skills, with your media literacy, anything to do with your intellectual interests. You can actually enter higher VIP groups and you will be well received. You can do a lot of events during this time or be part of events when you are not only organizing, but you are talking in front of people. You can launch launch a digital platform, because actually anything to do with a community that you are building, a social media group, which is going to engage between each others, and it's going to be going very well, and people with like-minded people and with mutual respect and mutual values, it's very important. Local advocacy campaigns, creative storytelling, and strategic communication. You can become not only an organizer, as I said, but a spokesperson on the events as well. If you are writing a book, anything to do with technology, innovation, community growth, you can actually connect with broader audience right now. Virgo rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 10th and 2nd house. You may see career growth through financial negotiation or salary discussion right now. You could also get a rise, you can get a bonus, you can get actually a promotion, which is going to boost your income significantly. Your communication skill, writing skill, going to be really, really well developed. You are charming. You can invest in public relations or branding. You can become a shareholder. Your professional image is changing, and you will be like looking beautiful, increased actually your earnings, and anything to do with your personal brand. And also, if you have a consultancy service as well, it could go very well during this time. You can get in a leadership role, or, managing your finances or resources very well. As I said, shareholder. You can actually either become a financial advisor or either a bookkeeper, or you can actually hire a financial advisor or an accountant, something to do with your budget, managing your budget as well. Career, you're going to have a mentor, or you're going to become a mentor in your work for someone else. And you're going to influence a new person is coming in at work, and you have to teach the new person, right? To become a mentor for them. Your professional reputation actually could gain through consulting and because you are engaging in speech, or you can actually have some kind of appearance on social media as well. Libra rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 9th house and 1st house. For you guys, this transit could result in personal growth through travel, higher education, spiritual pursuit. You might enroll in foreign language courses or anything to do with philosophy seminars, spiritual seminars as well. You might going to actually publish a book, anything to do with your academic paper, intellectual achievement. You might going to do a test as well. And then it could be some kind of cultural exchange program you're going to take on to international conferences. You can bring in a foreign exchange student in your family. Definitely the personal and professional network is going to grow. You can become a spiritual leader. You can also have a paper like citizenship, passport, immigration papers moving abroad right now as well. You can gain a lot of followers if you have a YouTube channel or start a YouTube channel during this time. And if you have any legal issues, especially if it's to do something with belief system or anything to do with education, it's going to turn for your favor. Scorpio rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 8th house, and Venus is in your 12th house. You can experience deep emotional or psychological healing through therapy, spiritual practices, journaling. You can get rid of self-sabotaging behavior, looking into and fighting with your shadow, and do some shadow work. You might find success in financial ventures. It could be like you get an inheritance, you can have some kind of good insurance money paid out, prenup, taxes, joint investment, unexpected windfall or investment gain. It could be like your stock goes up like crazy and it was down for you for a while. If you are involved in a research project or something to do with mystery writing, crime writing, or sensual, sexual novels writing, something to do with topics like taboo, um, it could be well received by the public as well. But if there is some kind of deep secrets, actually, it could come out right now. Your investigating skills also going to grow, and you can uncover hidden assets and also resolve financial dispute. For example, if you have anything to do with fraud accounts or something, get lost from your bank account, you can hire a detective and who specialize for financial fraud, or you can become one, or forensic accountant, or someone who is a forensic astrologer. There could be also a significant spiritual transformation that's lead to creating charity or trust fund for you as well. But you can actually do a will right now, a trust as well. All right, Sagittarius, rising sun and moon, my fellow Sagittarius, it's going to happen in our 7th house, and Libra is in our 11th house. You may find new opportunities through partnership and alliances formed within social networks, communities, and organizations. Collaborate with others, creating non-profit projects going to benefit you and benefit the collective, but your public image as well. There could be a romantic or business relationship start right now. You can also start to do social clubbing and networking and event coordinating right now. It could be also like you going to have some kind of legal matters which is going to turn for your favor. You can adopt a child during this time. Social connection, negotiate contracts and legal agreement. If somebody is suing you or sue someone, that is going to be beneficial for you. It could be like you are actually have something with brokers, with mortgage bankers and breaking deals over here, but it's going to be definitely fair for everyone and mutually beneficial for everyone. All right, so there is also a leadership role you can take onto, and advocacy for a community or an organization or a social group. For example, you are promoting justice and you cannot stand injustice. You are very diplomatic. There is also joint ventures which could actually turn out very well for you during this time. Capricorn rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 6th and 10th house. Anything to do with your workplace, anything to do with employees, anything to do with landlord situation, with your pet as well, communication protocols, wellness program that increase team morale and efficiency. So it's advanced and it's an advancement. It's a better experience. It is maybe creating a meditation room at for your employees. Maybe you actually renovate the rental property for your tenant and they can pay more money. So this period may see you achieving recognition for your skills and for your gifts, because you are managing project very well, and somehow you also have an aesthetic appeal. You can be the face of your organization, your business, and you are bringing in a lot of practical result as well. You can redesign, and improve productivity with you redesign your website, and you bring in more clientele. It could be also growth in public recognition, and you can actually have an role in a mentorship program, something to do with community service, public speech as well, public admiration. Anything to do with service industries, healthcare, insurance selling as well. It could go very, very well. You can also adopt a dog as well during this time, but it's more like career-based, I would think. Anything to do with writing and public speaking. Baru